John, are you sensing that maybe the infection rate is starting to plateau and ease down?
Oh, good morning, Koshi. I don't want to jinx us, but look, it's good numbers in the sense that it's stabilised, that it's gone slightly backwards. But we know sometimes post the weekend there's a surge midweek or later in the week, and I'd like to see today's numbers, and I'll get that briefing later this morning. But that'll give me confidence if we've had another day of the numbers like yesterday, even slightly down. It'll give me a level of confidence that maybe the restrictions are now working and we've peaked.
Okay, as a result, and because the amazing response of Sydney-siders, particularly in the southwest, to vaccinations, the government is planning to ease one restriction, hair salons allowed to reopen. Why hair salons, and why can't we have a few more?
Well, Koshi, as the Minister responsible for the roadmap, it may be more, it may be only the one. There are actually a number of options in front of the Crisis Committee that we will consider. We've had some advice from the Chief Psychiatrist about what makes people feel better about themselves. What are those freedoms that you could give someone that allows them to feel confident, feel better, and maybe give a little bit of hope that we're getting to the end of it. So there are a couple of options we're looking at, a few options. We'll make a decision which ones are practical and ones that don't risk a further spread.
So there may be more than one today, more than just haircuts. A colleague of mine has already, yesterday, had a text message from his hair salon saying, book your appointment now, so that's almost a done deal.
Well, I don't know about that. We haven't actually decided that, Koshi. And
come on.
Look, we know people are struggling. We know people are struggling in isolation. We know people also want to connect again. So, you know, we'll look at a couple of options and a few options. We may only come back with one, and the Premier's flagged that. But, you know, we're almost there. We'll announce something shortly.
Okay, something that's really starting to get under the skin of a lot of New South Welshmen, people around the country, is this sniping between states. Premier Daniel Andrews has ruffled some feathers after firing yet another shot at New South Wales. Have a look.
I'm not pleased to be in this position. You know, if we could send it back to Sydney where it came from, we would. But we can't do that.
Have you got a response?
Look, you know, I'm probably guilty myself, Koshi, in the early days, having a go at other premiers and other states and the way they've managed their outbreaks. I've got to cop this, and we've got to cop it. But look, one thing that the public want is unity. They want the premiers coming together under the National Cabinet, who all have signed up to the National Agreement about freedoms. We're so close now with vaccination rates climbing, as to your point. Not only did we get the 6 million jabs, but we're accelerating, and we could even get to 70 and 80% in line with the Doherty Institute report sooner rather than later. So right now, what we should be focused on is exactly that, vaccination.
Yep, focusing on that plan from the Doherty Institute. John Barilaro, thanks for joining us.